Hello everyone, welcome to Bits Nation, and in this tutorial we are going to see what linear search is. So linear search is an algorithm in which we can find any integer x from any error. So suppose we are given an array of size 4. This contains 4 integers, and we all know that array is zero indexing. Suppose in the first array we store 5, 4, 3, 8. So the first element of this array is 5, the second one is 4, the third one is 3, and the fourth one is 8. Now we have given one integer 3, and we have to traverse from the 0th index till the last index, and we have to output on which index this x lies. So it lies on the second index. So we have to output 2 here. If x is given 8, then we have to output in this case 3, and if x is given to be 10, so 10 is not lying in this array, so we have to output here -1. So this is the approach we use in linear search. So let's see the algorithm. So what we can do, suppose this is a void function in which we are given any array of size n, and we are given x. So what we can do, we can simply search. We can use a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and we can search for x. If x equals array of I, we will return I. Okay, if this happens, then we will return I, the index, and if it does not happen, we have to return -1. So this is the code, and we will use here, we will not use void here, we will use int, because we are returning an integer. So int, this is the function, and we are given an array, and we are given one integer x. So we have to look out for uh, x in this array, and if the conditions become true, if this condition becomes true, then we will return I, that is the index, and if it becomes false, then we will return -1. If if uh, if this condition is not satisfied, then we will return -1. That means that this number x does not lie in this array. So this is the uh, approach we are going to use. Now let us code this out. So suppose we have one array whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are given one integer x equal to 3, and we have to output the index of the array in which that given integer is present. So 3 is present in index 3, in index number 2, so we have to output 2, because we all know that array is zero based index. So we will use zero based indexing to solve this question, and uh, we can actually use one based indexing too. So depending upon the question, we have to give the index in which that particular integer is present. So let us write out the code. n is the size of our array, and we are going to use zero base indexing. So I am going to create one array of size n, and I'm going to take elements in that array. So after taking all the inputs, uh, that is integers, in this array we are going to take an integer x from the user as an input, and we are going to search for this integer x in this array. So I am just going to copy this array, and I am going to put one if statement. If this x is present in the array, then I have to output the index of that array. So this is the code. Let's try to run it. Now I will input 4 here, and I will give some integers 1, 2, 3, 4 suppose, and I am going to search for 3, and see we will get output as 2, because the array is zero based indexing, so this is 3 is present in the second index. So this is the code for linear search. We can do one more thing. We can actually sort the array, and instead of array we can also use vectors.